The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Nikki's News.
Oh, it's all happened again overnight. Even if it hasn't, I'll make out like it has. Let's start with the first story.
Just more economic.
It's not an interest rate story, is it?
No, even better. Earth oxygen decline.
Oh, God.
Scientists predict that in the coming years, Earth's atmosphere will undergo significant changes. Their analysis indicates that the oxygen level may drop considerably, posing a potential threat to many forms of life on our planet. That's just bad news.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. That's all I know.
Well, that's a depressing story to start, and then no information to back it up. You reckon the oxygen's leaving the Earth?
And
but
we're all going to die
got-
sometime in the future.
Yeah, I would suggest all animals are under threat. Some animals who require breathing are under threat.
You know what? I reckon we're stuffed.
And we require breathing, as it turns out.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's a shame. So
That's what I'm asking when.
You know, so make the most of the Jetstar
If it's
sale
20
and
if
go
it's
and live
2080,
your
if
life.
it's 2080, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, the coming years. They could elaborate.
Very vague, isn't it? I mean,
Yes.
come on, they could do better.
And I should probably research more.
No, that's not your job.
I'm just not going to believe that story.
That is not your job.
Okay.
Oh,
Again.
Rihanna announced her third pregnancy yesterday on the Met Gala red carpet.
See,
Yeah, now-
finally some important news.
Now, thank God she did too, because didn't one of you two call her pregnant before there was confirmation?
Alicia did.
Did she?
And
Wow,
I
you're not allowed to
responded
do that.
on Instagram.
That's rude.
She sent me a message and she goes, Rihanna's pregnant. I'm like, well, now, can't settle down. Could just be a burger. Let's not make assumptions.
My mate Smithy made that mistake once on a
I've
bus.
made that mistake. I
He
think
did.
we've all
I
made
think-
that
I think
mistake.
everyone has at some point.
And how far along are you?
So anyway, I waited until I saw
Smithy doing
a proper bump with her holding that bump in
Yeah.
her
Yeah, you
I'm
did say it on
pregnant.
air, but by that stage it was...
It was
certain.
confirmed.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's hope she gets a girl.
Why?
What has she got to...
Why did you want a girl?
Because she got all the boys and she's got a makeup company. She's got to play makeup with someone and do fingernails and all of that.
Right.
Anyway, listen to the bing. That means new story.
You can't,
Now I have to do it
you
again.
can't say something that needs an answer and then play the bing.
Okay, bing it again. Jack Doohan. Oh, I don't like this story.
This is more bad news.
Aussie Formula One gun Jack Doohan brutally sacked on the spot. The Aussie driver's tumultuous time with Alpine comes to a brutal end, with the team reportedly giving him the tap on the shoulder just 7 races into his Formula
dear.
One career. Rumours of Alpine making the call to promote reserve driver Franco Colapinto have swirled since the Australian Grand Prix. And my dad agrees with this, I must say. He said this was engineered to make him fail. Whenever he needed to actually warm up on a new track, they didn't let him. They'd put in the reserve driver to go and do it. So he never actually got, a warmed up crack at the track. And Dad was cranky from the get-go. He's like, he needs to be out there. He needs to know the turns. He needs to be out there. But they kept putting this other dude in. So I understand why rumours are swirling, because my dad started them. So anyway, it just sucks. It just sucks. Alpine
But
yet
he's
to make
young,
any
he might
public
get another
comment.
opportunity.
Hopefully.
He's only 21, isn't he?
Yeah, he's so young and he's got so much potential. He was just, as my dad said, sabotaged from the start. Speaking of cars, the luxury car tax, as reported on the front page of The Australian on Tuesday, the Albanese government is working on a trade deal with Europe in hope of getting better deal for Aussie farmers. Now that sounds confusing.
What?
He wants a better deal for Aussie farmers. In return, Europe wants to abolish the luxury car tax that has punished its automotive sector for 25 years. The tax adds an extra 33 cents to every dollar, over $91,387 for most vehicles, or $80,567 for low emissions cars. This I would
What are
like
you
to see
talking
happen.
about?
So Europe gets
Did
cheaper
anyone
cars
follow along there?
and we get hotter farmer wants a wife contestants.
Basically,
That's what I get out of it.
Albo, he's cutting a trade deal with Europe. He's like, okay, we'll give you cow, like our beef, for this much. And they're like, okay, but get rid of the luxury car tax, which I would like to see go, because, you go to Europe and they're driving secondhand Ferrari Californias that they get for £100,000. Here, the cheapest you can get them is like $400,000 because you have to pay a massive tax. Now, I know this is very unrelatable.
So why does
problem.
Europe want that? I don't get it. Why
You
does
don't
Europe
get it?
want that?
So they can flog their cars to us. So we're not buying Japanese cars
Oh,
or
right, so they
Korean
can sell
cars
cars to us. Okay.
They want to flog their cars to us, and I wouldn't mind that. Mind you, I'm very happy with my Hyundai.
We'll start a GoFundMe for you for the.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
We were having a meeting yesterday, and I remember when I first started here with you guys, I was kind of thrown in the deep end because you were like, oh, for this benchmark, we're going to do this, and then for the arc, we're going to do this, and then...
Well, there's no way I said either of those two things. But okay. And by the way, Nikki, there's no way I told you that you need to have an Amex card.
Well, some sort of card.
No,
you definitely said it.
No.
Why would I just make up that whole story?
I don't know.
You took your whole
You
family.
got me saying benchmark and arc. I wouldn't use that.
I never said you.
Oh, okay.
You're very rarely at our meetings.
I'm there.
But you're not.
Physically.
Like
yes, physically
yesterday,
I'm there.
You'd rolled up a piece of paper
Yes.
and you were like a pirate
Yes,
just looking
I
through
was.
your binocular the whole time in the corner of the room.
I was watching one person at a time, and when they talk, I pan across like it was a movie.
And yet there was a moment there where you were looking in my direction. I'm like, I was trying to figure out what I had to hide. I'm like, it's not actually binoculars. It's not a telescope. They can see me just as well.
No, but, okay, so
It helps me focus.
Right.
away from the
No, I
meeting.
get it, but it's all the technical things, like we'd go for this break or whatever.
And you totally did tell me about getting a credit card because you said I took my whole family to New York on the points when you did the
Oh,
Reno.
yeah, okay, yeah. It wasn't Amex, though. Yes,
Okay.
yeah, okay, right.
All right, I
can see
threw you
that,
with
yes,
Amex.
Yes.
All right, it was one of the cards. I don't know what
I'm
card
glad
it
you
was.
guys sorted that out.
Yeah.
So yeah, what happened?
Oh, you're here.
What do you want me to do in that shit show?
I don't know. Look, sometimes there's things written on the whiteboard and a girl just has to make do.
So what are we talking about?
We're talking about code words in work, like, because
That you've had to get used to a heap of different lingo.
I still
really.
don't quite know what a benchmark is. Buzz
Well,
was
neither do
reeling
I. I
off
don't
all
know.
the
Oh,
words.
you're saying
Yes.
it's a word that's used. No, the one that was come up was evergreen.
Evergreen, that's right. When an
Yeah,
idea, you can use it later.
Yeah, because someone, a former co-host, just popped that word one day. It's like, oh, that's evergreen. So it's what?
It's such a good term for what we do and for content as well. So I used it on Jeremy the other day. I'm like, no, let's not post that sketch yet because that's evergreen.
Yes.
It means it's not time sensitive.
Yeah, but
It doesn't have to be done today.
And if I said, oh, that's a slab, do you know what's just happened?
It's a carton of beer.
Carton of beer because someone's phone rang during a meeting.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that's a
If so-
TV and film thing.
Yeah, it's a slab, whatever.
You say
Yeah.
that's a slab. And
Yeah.
I wonder if like tradies have things like that, like it's a slab
I
because
reckon they'd
someone
have a
broke a
slab one.
tool or
Yeah, they definitely would have
turned up late or...
a slab one.
And there's medical... I actually, 13, 24, 10, I want to hear some of your jargon. Some of
Specific to
your industry.
Your industry.
Like if you give us the jargon from your industry and we have to choose.
We have to work out what it is
Yes.
or what it means.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of something.
That's a fun game. All the medicos will call and just
I
confuse
was
you.
going to say
Absolute.
doctors.
Yeah, they'll have all the things.
I don't know if doctors listen to our show, though.
Oh, they might have switched over by accident.
Yeah.
You never
You don't
know.
think they got anything out of the Amex chat?
Yeah. They'd be all over that.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Got to apologise to JC. He was at the Magic Round lunch I went to
Jesus.
on Friday. Yes. No, JC Powderfinger,
Oh, okay,
bass
gotcha.
player. But they were playing a lot of Powderfinger for some reason at the lunch, and he was like 2 tables across. I just kept going over and like singing it to him when the Powderfinger song came on. I'm like, these days, I love this band, just in front of everyone at his
You
table.
were that person
And he-
with that moustache.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I was that
He's
person.
hanging in with that moustache, isn't he?
I actually think it's very funny. Like,
Yeah, it's funny. That's what it is.
it's funny because it looks like you're from a parody of the Second World War.
Yeah, that was the other thing that JC was saying. He's saying you look like I think he said a First World War soldier. So he kept on saying, yes, drill sergeant. All this sort of business at me all night.
Well, not a soldier, one of the
Just
pointy
one-
people.
One of the people up the top end.
Yeah. The dodgy ones.
Yes.
So before we got into this conversation, we were talking about jargon that we don't understand in the workplace, or jargon that everyone else understands, but people who aren't in the, you know what I'm talking about.
It makes sense if you're in the industry.
Yes, it makes sense if you're in the industry. So we wanted to ask people what their jargon is. So we've got Luke from Bly.
Hey, how you going?
We're all right. Luke, what trade or industry do you work in?
Well, it's not the industry that I work in, but I've laboured for a couple of concreters before, and if you drop a barrow of concrete, that's a carton or a slab.
Oh, so you've got a slab too, a slab for a broken slab.
I think
Yep, exactly. But loosen the barrow of concrete before you get it into the bore.
I think carton's more to say than slab up here, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say carton.
Yeah,
Slab,
It's
that's
carton.
a carton.
Yeah, it's a
Oh.
carton.
Yeah.
You know, a
I
carton.
love the way he hit the carton as a carton.
The same way as if your phone went off in here, it'd be a carton.
Oh,
Yeah. I
okay.
just got a good one from a mate of mine too, saying if a police officer gets their photo in the paper, that's a carton.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if a cop ends up in the paper, like a photo of them,
Yeah.
that's a carton.
Well,
Who
what
has
if-
to give the carton?
The cop that gets the photo in the paper has to give the carton to his whatever his team is.
Why?
whatever.
Because you got to be under the radar.
It's
K5.
just a thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not cool apparently.
Stay off the grid.
To get off the grid a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay. Who
Well,
else?
Dan's not in the police force; he's in the army. What do you got, Dan?
Yeah, mate. So in the army, obviously, you
Don't-
get pretty
hang on,
tired
wait.
and that.
Yeah, tell us what it is first, and then we have to guess
Yeah,
what
so-
it means.
Yeah, right. Rack out.
Oh, the
I know what that means. I know what that means.
At Indy.
Yeah, the supercars. Yeah, around surface.
Shirts off.
Nah. So when you rack out is going to sleep.
Oh,
really?
That is not what
Yeah,
I thought.
going in your rack.
When you rack out.
So your bed's called a rack, is it?
Yeah.
Rack
I
out.
understand
Oh.
You
that.
go and rack out.
Guys, I got to rack out.
Yeah.
tonight.
We had the same thing as well in the army. So if you're in the paper on the news or whatever, it's a carton.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
Yeah. Same as in the police. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, right. It's a bit of a first responder kind of deal.
Okay. So everyone's got to stay incognito, stay in camouflage.
You can go rack out.
Okay, what about, we've got Kim from Sheldon. What is the code word? And we'll try and work it out.
Okay, it's ducks on the pond.
Oh, ducks on the pond. Oh, that sounds like...
It's hard with any reference to the industry. Isn't it?
No, I know, it's tricky. Is it ducks
Yeah,
on the
it's
We got ducks at the pond.
yeah, from the tradie building industry, but it's pretty old school.
Oh, would that be the managers like turned up?
No,
What about
It's
someone's
when-
taking a dump in the Portaloo?
Is
ducks
that what
on the
it
lake.
means?
That one.
The ducks on the lake.
We got ducks in the lake.
No, it means it was back in the day when women came onto a job site.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, the boss or the foreman would say, "Lads, ducks on the pond,"
What-
more or less. Turn the language
Mind
down.
your P's and
Watch
Q's.
what you're saying. Mate, yeah.
yeah,
it's
right.
pretty old.
Ducks, as in the birds, but
Old
they've
ducks.
kind
Old
of
ducks.
gone.
Old
Old
ducks.
Don't
Old
say
ducks.
old ducks. As long as those old ducks don't get their rack out.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Let's go.
Is this real love? Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne's
Cash Connections.
All right, Emma out of Jimboomba. Is it cold out in Jimboomba this morning, Emma?
It's a little nippy, but not too bad. The sun's shining.
You can tell it's starting to turn, though, I reckon. The days are getting longer. It's darker. Don't you
Do
reckon?
you mean the days are getting shorter? It's darker.
Shorter. The
Yes.
night's getting longer.
That
Yes.
one. Yes, definitely. Well, we start work in the dark now. Like, I get out of my
Yeah.
car to get into the garage in the dark.
It's dark. It is dark.
It's dark.
Yeah.
Fascinating
Now
for
you-
Emma. Now, who's your husband, Emma?
Shane,
And how long have you been together for?
since we're 17, so about 14 years.
All right.
High school sweethearts.
Yeah.
Oh,
There you
that's
go. It says
nice.
you got a 2-year-old, you got a dog, you got a bird, a cat. Everything's going on there. And where's
Keep
old
you on
mate?
your toes.
Where is Shane? Is he getting the tits board off him at the moment by one of our producers who are speaking to him off air? Is he with you?
Probably. No, he's at home. I literally just left to go to work.
Okay.
Oh, right. Okay. All right.
They've
So
got
they're
to be
separated.
kept separate.
He's sequestered.
Yes.
Is that the right word?
Yes, sequestered. And
Not
not
that word.
at the moment. All right, well, now we're going to ask you 5 questions that you have to answer quickly, Emma, and then we'll ask the same to Shane, and every time there's a correct a match, you'll win $100.
All right, sounds good.
So you ready?
Yep.
Start the clock. You ask the questions, Nikki.
What? I don't have any questions.
Oh, you haven't got it. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's start. Who said I love you first?
Shane.
What was the last TV show that you watched together?
Oh, what did we watch last night? Sunny in Philadelphia.
Okay, what's Shane's most annoying habit?
His nose blowing.
Who is the most likely to get lost?
Probably Shane.
And how did you and Shane meet?
High school.
Oh, yeah, high school. All right, stop the clock.
The clock was stopped before you said stop it. This is fun.
All right,
I'm enjoying Ash.
let's bring old mate in.
No point in stopping.
Shane, what's going on, mate? We got you there?
Hang on, I think whoever producer was talking to him just had to wrap up their story.
Yeah.
There he is.
Which producer were you talking to, Shane, just out
Is
of
it
interest?
Lockie?
I couldn't tell you.
Guy or
Sorry,
girl?
I'm terrible with
Yeah.
that. Yeah, girl.
Oh,
That's
Alicia.
Hang on, did we wake you up, Shane?
Yeah.
Alicia's story.
Let's hope you're sharper than Ash this morning.
Shane was out for a run, but we put him on the phone to Alicia. He fell asleep.
Oh.
All right, hey, Shane, we'll just ask you 5 quick questions here, buddy, and every time that you answer the same question... okay, you ready?
Yep.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Start the clock.
Who said I love you first?
I did.
What was the last TV show that you and Emma watched together?
It's always sunny in Philadelphia.
What would Emma say is your most annoying habit?
Oh, that's difficult. There's so many.
Many to choose from.
Need an answer?
Possibly that I stress over time.
Who is most likely to get lost?
Me.
And how did you and Emma meet?
I would say at school.
All right, stop the clock.
Oh, we don't need like behind the sports shed.
Yeah. I know, I thought we were going to get like specifics there.
Duncan's maths class.
Yes.
Who said I love you first? You both said that it was you, Shane,
Good on you, Shane.
taking the big step.
$100.
$100. The last TV show you watched together was Sunny in Philadelphia last night. You both got that. That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah,
How do you know?
they watched a movie.
How do you know it was last night?
She said
She
it.
said it.
It's weird for Shane.
Now, I asked Emma what's Shane's most annoying habit. You know, Shane, you couldn't think of anything annoying that you did. Oh, no, you
No,
came
I
up with
couldn't- I
something
couldn't.
finally. Like, you took your ages. But what did you say? You,
Bad with
Just
time.
oh, yeah, you're bad with time. She said it's your nose blowing, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Hey?
Yeah, no, that would be it. Yep.
What do you do? Just blow it all the time, or where you blow it, how you blow it?
It's very loud.
Can you give us one?
I don't.
Come on. No, man.
He hasn't got any tissue.
I just want to see what Emma has to put up with.
Is it one of those trumpet
2
ones?
seconds.
Yeah, hang on. Let him do it.
Hang on, let him get it. So,
This is what Emma...
I thought he was yelling something.
I know.
I was about 3 meters away from the phone.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Emma
Yeah,
has
no,
to,
my
Emma has
neighbours
to listen
in
to
here,
that
we
all
live on
day.
acreage.
Okay, so no...
So 200 at the moment.
200. Who's most likely to get lost? You both said Shane, so that's 300. And then you did both meet at school, so that's $400.
Nice.
Awesome.
Well done. That was
Perfect.
worth waking up for, wasn't it, Shane?
Yeah.
Some cash in the morning, thanks to your dream girl, Emma. Oh, I love it. Anyway, you two lovebirds, we're going to leave you alone now.
Thank you.
Yeah, peace out.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Now, I know that you guys were desperate to talk about this. The best looks of the Met Gala last night. You've seen some of it, haven't you?
I
on
have.
your feed?
Yeah.
Lutzi, you've seen some of it?
Yeah, I
Little
saw
bit, little bit.
Sydney Sweeney was my standout.
Yeah, she stood, not for tailoring reasons, just because they'd kind of cut out a keyhole across her décolletage, which
She had an open chest.
she put her breast foot forward. Let's just say that. I thought she looked
Her testicles.
stunning.
She looked stunning.
She's copping it online for not following the theme because it was tailored like tailored to you. So it was meant to
What
be
does that
tailored.
mean?
Tailored, like tailored suits almost.
Oh.
That's why everyone was kind of suiting up. It had to have like strong lines and tapering.
The hottest there
Who?
was Angel. The
French singer.
The French singer.
Oh, you've
who
got
I
a thing
fe-
for her for bloody
I saw her
now.
perform in the closing ceremony at the Paris Olympics, and it was a life-changing moment for me.
I thought it was Celine Dion you had a crush on.
No. Angel. Angel.
I mean, you showed
Yeah.
me a photo of her this morning. I haven't seen
She's
her actual
beautiful.
outfit, but
she's
she's
beautiful.
proper hot.
Yeah.
Proper hot. And she stole Pamela Anderson's new haircut. So Pammy has come out in an outfit that looks like a Mother of the Bride sequined outfit with too much starch. It's kind of sitting on her like it's being completely overstarched. It's not touching her body. It's sitting separate from her body. And then
She looks very homely.
Yes,
Like,
Is she still on the no makeup gimmick?
yes, yeah,
She
that's
had-
maybe that's what it is, Lutty.
she had
what it is.
touches
Yes.
of makeup.
Oh,
Little
but she
bits.
did, right?
She
Yes.
kind of rouged her cheeks, and she got a new haircut where she's got the fringe and the little kind of pixie cut. I think she's just going for an Oscar. That's
She's
it.
trying to establish herself as a
Serious
fair
actress. After she got the Golden Globe nod out of nowhere, she was like, right, okay.
She got the Golden Globe, did she?
Well, she didn't get it, but she
was nominated.
She was nominated, which is a massive deal.
What was that movie?
She plays like an ex
Last
showgirl or
Showgirl.
something.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Last
I
Showgirl.
haven't seen it. You seen it, Mitch?
I have not.
No.
Speaking of haircuts, Nicole Kidman has chopped her hair off.
Was she at the Met Gala?
Yeah, she was at the Met Gala. Her dress was unremarkable. It was just black and, puffy at the back. But it was quite simple, but it was the hair that stood out. She's kind of cut it off almost like a Florence Pugh kind of do, where it's just tight on the back of her hair.
Is that
She's
Florence
kind
and the
of,
Machine? Or is that different?
No, it's the new chick of the new Avengers.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, it looks really good on her.
It does. She's
It works.
Yep.
It's kind of like she's gotten
She's a
rid of
good-looking
the walking, talking, living doll look, and now she looks super sleek.
And my wife last night called me over to say, hey, get a look at Sabrina Carpenter, because it looked like she had some kind of like suit sort of situation up the top.
But the
then
pants got ripped off
there
for a
were no-
magic act.
No pants.
Yeah, it was a bit odd because it was so like garnered at the top. There was so much fabric at the top with Sabrina Carpenter. I know she's always got her legs out. She's a little showgirl.
Was it
She's
a
like the new
fishnet
Kylie.
situation downstairs?
No, not just bare. She went bare, which is that's bold because you could have butt pimples, you could have butt bumples.
Bread and butter.
She wouldn't have that.
No, she does not have that.
No.
And I think that's why she was showing it off. But it just looked like someone had ripped off her pants to do a Benson Boone kind of backflip sort of scenario. It didn't work for me. The dudes, Damson Idris. He's the new star of the Formula One movie that's coming out.
The one with Brad Pitt's in?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about the movie, but all I know is he turned up
Is
in
he
a
any relation
Formula
to-
One car.
Jamal
No.
Idris?
No, Idris is.
The former Bulldog.
Idris Elba.
Yeah, you were asking about Idris Elba. I'm like,
Yeah.
got the Idris in the wrong bit. But he turned up in a Formula One car wearing this
Did he?
Diamante helmet and a full race suit. And then he went out on the red carpet and they ripped the race suit off.
Yeah, I
and
saw
he
that.
was in the slickest suit, I think, of anyone. He outdid everyone. In my opinion, he was the best dressed.
Okay.
For sure. Meanwhile, there was a fashion faux pas. Zendaya is normally the standout in these events, but she was matchy-matchy with a Japanese actress. Hang on, what's the name?
Matchy is her name.
And that's what she drinks.
That's not a word.
Is
got
it matchy?
racist.
Matcha.
I don't know.
Matcha. Anyway. Stop being
So
racist.
they had the same thing on.
They had the same.
There's got to be.
outfit.
That shouldn't happen.
They
At
can
that
check it. Exactly.
Lutzy, at
that
this level, yes.
it should not happen.
Come
It
on.
should
It
not
shouldn't
happen. Joey
Ridiculous.
King.
What is this, amateur hour?
That is ridiculous.
Exactly. And overall,
It's not a high school formal for crying out loud.
Exactly.
actually, you know what was funny? Alicia said, the best dress for me was Janelle Monáe. She's a rapper. And she looked very cool. She wore like this clockwork orange kind of cape that was like almost like a box with the really cool print on it.
Oh no, I did see that.
She looked like a pack of cards, like the back of a deck of cards.
When Kanye had the big shoulders when they squared him out.
Yeah, they squared her out like a
Yeah,
chess
yeah.
piece, and then they took that off, and she had a really cool suit underneath. And then Alicia's like, how hot was that? Then she went to the after party. Then it came off again, and it was like little hot pants, no top,
What?
and just 2 clocks on her tartars.
Really?
Yes, that's a bit of the outfit Alicia missed. It was like
Clocks on tartars.
clocks on tartars. Yeah.
Well, Okay. Well,
But she was one of the best dressed. But the best dressed was Joey King, I think.
Joey King is, of course. For those
She's the actress who was in that Nicole Kidman movie with Zac Efron. She played Nicole Kidman's daughter. She's a comedic actress who is on the rise, and she just looked cool, and she looked pretty and cool at the same time, which is hard to achieve, you'd know, Lutzy.
It's not easy. It took me years.
The Ash, Lutzy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
I'll tell you what, TikTok and the gram, it's just a mine of information and useful information. And I saw a post just a few days ago. I'm like, that's brilliant. Because when we go jogging, Jeremy is quite the sweater. And do you get this when you sweat and you get like drips of sweat in your eyes and then your eyes sting?
Of course.
So,
of course.
Because I sweat under my pits and in my feet, but I don't sweat on my head. It's a bit weird.
Oh, if I'm running, I get some sweat in my face.
Yeah, do you sweat on your face?
Yeah.
And you, Mitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you got such a big head and you
There's
drown.
a lot of air. It's always raining.
Well, anyway, I saw this hack, and it was a golfer who struggles with this while he's playing, and his wife one day put a sanitary pad in the front of his hat, like stuck it in with the pad side on his forehead, and problem was gone. And it meant he didn't get all the watermarks, like the sweat marks on his cap, so it looked fresh. I'm like, that is genius. Because I've used pads for other things before, other hacks. Like if I'm in a hotel room and there's a light flashing on the aircon unit, I will put a pad over that. I will put a pad over...
What does that do?
Over the...
it stops it from flashing. You can't see the flash.
Oh,
the alarm clocks that they have.
The old school alarm clocks.
They're always so
annoying.
bright. It's like this bright red
literally
light.
bright the whole room. Sometimes they flash as well.
Yeah, pad. You just stick a pad over it.
Are they sticky on one side? Or what?
Yeah, sticky on one side. So
I don't know how they work.
They've got an adhesive side and then they've got an absorbent side.
I don't think I've ever had
Like held one.
Yeah,
touched one.
I actually don't think I have.
Right.
I don't think I ever have. So they're sticky on one side. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So with the hat guy, he was just sticking it on his forehead.
Yeah,
and then
no,
putting
he
his
was
hat over the top.
Sticking it on the front inside of his hat, so the absorbent side was sticking on his forehead. Was like against his forehead.
Oh, yeah, okay, right.
Absorbing
right,
all the sweat.
right.
Yeah, and as you say, it doesn't wreck his hat. So if you've got a cool cap,
Yeah.
you don't get those
So
unsightly sweat marks on it.
Exactly, because you get
Is
you get
it
the
safe?
watermark.
In my mind, it's got chemicals or something. No? What's it?
No,
I love how you're
it's gotta be
concerned about
safe.
our safety all of a sudden.
Yeah,
There
no,
are women dying of toxic shock syndrome, and now
He doesn't
what
want
I'm
to put it
talking
on
about.
his forehead in
That's
case there's some toxins or something.
Toxic shock syndrome I've heard about.
that's from the pond. That's from the little white
that's the
mice.
little one that goes
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Okay,
They're
right.
also incredibly
No,
useful.
What can you use them for?
Do you know the other ones?
Nosebleeds.
The little ones, yeah.
That's a
nosebleeds.
good idea.
Wisdom teeth surgery.
And I think they use them like for deep cuts too. Like if you get, you could put them in there and it'll
And then just tape it over with a pad.
and it'll stop the bleeding.
See, female products, they should be free. I really do think they should be free, but that's a whole other argument because that's something that we just have to deal with, and it's quite expensive having to deal with that. And you guys have to deal with the knock-on effect that we're having to deal with it.
Yeah,
anyway,
the angst.
But there are hacks out there everywhere, and not just feminine hygiene hacks. There are you can clean your shower head with
what?
A bag of vinegar. Just put it on overnight.
Oh.
It cleans it up. You can clean your toilet bowl with Coke. You can do all sorts of things. So 13, 24, 10, I want to know what hacks you've got. And guess
And
what?
then the cops turn up.
You know what?
The Ash, Lutzy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
So you were having an education from me before about what you can do with sanitary napkins. And
Yeah.
you didn't even know what they did. You didn't even know they had an adhesive side.
No.
They're like sticky tape.
right.
Except with cotton on the back.
That actually makes sense about the hat deal too.
Yes, it makes so much sense putting a pad in your hat. What?
Quick question. Does
What?
the sticky bit stick to your skin or to your undies?
Your undies.
Oh, right.
You need the absorbent bit
Well,
face
I
up.
don't know. All
No,
right.
instead, because it's got to be sticky so it doesn't just like surf on out of there. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
Gotcha.
You don't want to do a cartwheel and all of a sudden someone's been whacked in the face with a broken pad. If we're going to get that.
That's disgusting.
This is the stuff we have to worry about, okay?
When
All right.
cartwheels go wrong.
I'm sure there's been gymnasts who have had some issues.
I don't think you wear it to the Olympics, do
That's
you?
it.
But if you do, I guess you
have
have
to. Again.
Your body doesn't know when the Olympics is.
No. And usually your body sabotages the special events.
Yeah, right.
It's
Is
like
it stress related or?
No, it just seems to
happens.
line
Just
up and
lines
just
up.
bug you. It's like, oh, it's a perfect beach weekend.
Yeah.
Meh. Oh, no, it isn't. I'm going to attract
Blake,
You have
sharks.
to
That
put up.
bloody
You have to
retro
put
game.
up with so much more than men.
We
you-
do.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
you get the raw end of the
play.
deal. To be
Thank
fair,
you.
to be fair, you
we
did.
really have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
I agree with
as
that.
you guys get older and ugly, you can grow all this hair over your face and hide everything.
Thank you.
we can.
Thank you.
And then, you know.
Look at his mustache. It's growing as we speak.
We just have to wipe our ass twice a day. That's about it for
That's
us, really,
it.
honestly.
And you can pee on the seat and not have to worry about
Eventually,
it
someone else
fallout.
does that for you anyway, if you get old enough. You're right. It's much more difficult.
It is. All right, moving on. We've got people to call us with their hacks.
Who's there?
We've got Darren from Mount Cravat. Darren,
What do you got, Darren?
what's your hack?
How you going?
Oh, I'm all right, Darren. Sorry about that conversation.
That's all right. Yeah, bicarb soda and vinegar to do any of your bathroom fixtures, your bathtub, your shower floor. You just sprinkle it over.
What's the ratio, Darren?
Yeah, what?
Well, I just get a big box of it. It's in the cooking section, and I just just like a sprinkle kind of thing.
Yeah, right.
Like how you spray powder on the floor, kind of like that.
Yeah.
And
Tell
you
me-
just get the bit. Sorry.
One of the big ones in the shower that no one, you go to Bunnings, they've got a couple that sort of half fix it, but the soap's caked on
The soap
scum on the
Shower
glass,
screen.
on
The
the- on
easy
the
off
glass.
BAM says it can get rid of. Yeah.
everything says it can.
So does vinegar and bicarb work on that?
Yeah, it does. All you have to do is put it on like a washcloth, put the bicarb on that and the vinegar, and it'll start doing the chemical reaction, and you just wipe it over, and it will kind of make a creamy scum on it. You leave it for a couple of minutes, and then hose it off with your shower hose thing, and it's clean.
And it gets rid of mold too. Isn't that the best
Yeah.
way to get rid of mold?
Mold is bleach is the best thing for
I
mold.
don't know. I'm hearing like alternative because they're saying putting bleach on mold causes some horrible chemical reactions. It's actually even worse for you than having mold
It
in
might
your
do.
house.
I'm not sure on that
no
one.
expert.
He's not
He's just
commenting.
offering
He's not
his-
going to comment
yes.
on that.
Look, I started with a news story today saying we're running out of oxygen and didn't back anything up. So that's fair, Darren. All right,
Stressed us all.
we got Sonia.
Sonia, what happened? What happened when your cartwheel went wrong?
No, Sonia, do not answer.
Or answer it.
Well, so I found this one on the gram. I rolled it out at camping, and it was a game changer. You know when you've got a big bag of potato chips?
Oh, that was dangerous. We didn't know where you were going.
Potato chips.
A big bag and a German Shepherd.
Yeah.
Yeah, potato
Anyway,
chips.
if you open them up normally, everyone puts their grubby hands in and you don't know who's touched what. But if you lay it down flat and you slice it down the middle from end to end, open it up, you've got a bowl. No need to wash up a bowl. Your chip bag becomes a bowl.
Oh.
Open it up from end to end.
Do you kind of fold it back
Like
to
you
back?
cut it. No.
Mitch is just getting
Okay,
Mitch
we're
is-
doing this right
What is-
now.
what
Get a
is
packet
she-
of chips from our Aldi stand. You split it right
Oh,
down the middle.
yeah,
like that.
okay.
the
You know?
middle.
Slice it
Yeah.
down the middle.
So
It
it's
becomes a bowl.
Like a tissue dispenser, but for
Like a
chips.
tissue
yeah,
box, yeah.
but
Yeah,
a bigger
A
opening.
bigger opening. You
yeah,
need
from end to end.
Guys, come on.
That's a very
Oh,
good
he's
hack.
spilled them, hasn't he?
Oh God, no,
He's-
that's a good tip, Sonia.
That's a very good tip.
It's a good one for camping. Less washing up, the better.
And we've got Cherie from Caboolture. Hello, Cherie. What's your hack?
Mine's pretty simple. I collect the bread tags, the little plastic bread tags.
Yep.
And I reuse them for my frozen veggies, my open frozen veggies and potato chips that are in the freezer.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
Actually
So
like that.
it's got enough girth in it to get around the top of the...
A larger opening.
Yeah, twist it up.
No, that's a good idea because you buy those peg things that I try. Always can't work out where they are, and you try to do that's an easy one. That's a good one.
And sometimes your potato bags, they're a bit bigger. So they're better for the potato chips.
Oh, they got the bigger clips on the potato bags.
They
Like if you
do,
buy a kilo of washed potato. I'm looking at Lutzy. He's an Uber Eats guy. None of this washes. He doesn't need any hacks for anything.
I can steal the bread things from here though. Can we have it at work?
Yeah, is that what you do?
The Ash, Lutzy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
We've got Lockie in the house.
get us-
Lockie, what is going on? 'Cause
Say hit it.
Hit it.
Well, sometimes on this show, the producers like to just take over. and bring a piece of content that is riveting and exciting. And we were thinking about the wonderful people at gyms. This is not sponsored at all, and you'll find out in a second why it's not. But gyms,
Gyms Mowing.
Gyms Mowing, Gyms Group, they do a lot of things.
I have noticed that lately. You'll see the sort of the back of the little back carriage things that go on the back of cars. There'll be the old photo of Jim with his beard.
And the bucket hat.
Is he real, by the way, that Jim?
He's a real man.
Person?
Jim is the man every woman wants to marry because he does everything.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I thought he just mowed.
No, he does more than mowing.
You can't look at me with that moustache. You can't do. I've got the dirtiest look.
Let's just say Jim does everything.
He looks so dodgy.
I'm actually starting to feel my moustache just getting that long.
I know, he's tweaking it.
But Andrew Schultz, he's always pulling on his moustache when he's
when
doing
he's
gear.
about to say something inappropriate.
Yeah, that's what Lutzie's do. I love it.
That's funny.
Now, the producers, we were on the Jim's website just seeing just how much Jim's does, and we thought we'd turn it into a little bit of a game, as you can tell with the game show music.
Can you not flash the answer sheet in my direction?
Can you?
Showbiz, mate.
Well, okay.
Come on.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read out a Jim's franchise, a Jim's business.
Yeah.
We've written our own kind of taglines for them, so they're all fake taglines. But all you have to do is let me know if it's real or fake. Does that sound good?
Who? All of us?
All of us. Everyone.
By the way, this isn't the producers taking over. This is segments that we deem too risky for us.
Yeah, sure.
And we give to you to
far too controversial.
Anyway, we've spent way too long giving the introduction. Let's kick this off
We'll
with
be the judge of that.
Jim's piano tuning. When your piano won't sing, give us a ring. Is that real or a fake Jim's business?
Well, can I go first?
Yeah.
No way that's true. That's fake.
I think it could be true.
What about you, Lutzie?
Oh, I haven't got an opinion.
Well,
no, I was like trying to, everyone be different. That's what I got to be, they tell us. No, that's fake as hell.
That is fake.
Yeah.
Well,
do you think there's that many pianos out of tune in Brisbane that...
it's Australia-wide.
It's a niche market.
Okay, what about this one?
We got one! It's like Ghostbusters.
What about Jim's life coaching? When life's on the floor, we'll come to your door.
I would not take any advice from someone called Jim. I think that's fake.
No, but their name's not actually Jim.
Jim's
It's
life
just like,
coaching.
No.
Ooh, I'm saying it's real.
Yeah, I'm actually going to say that's real as well.
It is real.
Oh! Nikki, Lutzie and I are really good at this game.
You said you wanted a life coach.
Yeah.
Was that off the record? Sorry. It might have been. I apologise.
No, that's all right. I did see one.
No, you saw one. Yeah, that's what it was.
And you're lucky.
Was it Jim?
Well, I turned up, didn't I?
Yeah. Oh, to here or to the
Is
life
it
coach? Oh, to here. So it worked.
So Jim told you that this job would be good for you.
Yeah.
Mate,
Jim
why
said,
not
look,
give it a go? Give it half a year, see if you like it or not.
The tumour's fine. Just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what about Jim's remedial massage? Legs, back and head, all from your bed.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, I'd say that's real as well.
Well, given the theme of me going against the boys, I'm going to say it's fake.
Nikki, incorrect there. Boys are correct. That is real.
Once you realise you're wrong all the time, you've got to start agreeing with us.
No, I'm trying to throw the whole thing because I
right,
felt
okay.
bad after yesterday when I pantsed you in the 1 Second Wonders.
Don't you?
Okay. What about Jim's spray tans? Need a tan? Get in the van.
Oh,
that sounds a bit creepy.
It does.
Hey,
but
get in the van.
I think
that's not right.
I think it's fake, but I reckon they should do it.
You reckon they should do it?
Are they doing it like a dog hydromobile
Yeah,
or whatever?
yes.
You just hop in the back of the thing.
Yeah, they just sprays from all directions.
This is just fake.
That's fake.
That is correct. That is correct. It is fake. And the bet is running out. So I think one more.
Yeah.
Jim's legal. We won't judge you, but the court might.
True.
No, but that's fake.
I think it's real.
Fake.
It's true. So there you go. If you need legal advice,
Jim's legal?
Jim's legal.
Do they still have the little truck on the back of the car? Like...
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
how
there's
it
a little
works.
office in the little truck on the back.
Come on, jump
That's
in.
where you meet.
Jump in. You want a spray tan or get off your manslaughter charge?
Danny
wow.
Denuto from The Castle. Is
Yeah.
that his name? Yeah, he's in the back.
The vibe.
And can
Yeah.
Jim put together like a cool 35-second guitar riff that we can play as well to plug his legal?
Sounds good. I guess so.
Make some calls.
Yeah, we'll do.
The Ash, Lutzie and Nikki Osborne podcast.